right, then welcome again to the social media call. Today, I'll just show you, a quick overview of what I'm doing on a daily basis with my Instagram and how I set up my Instagram, so you know exactly how you can do it as well. But it's only like my opinion, so it's really important to think about what you wanna present on your Instagram page, because I think it's always important to think about what you want to offer, which values do you want to share on Instagram, and then go from there. You need like a basis, something you think about that you want to bring out to the world, and then just try to do that over and over, so people notice if they're on your site, okay, that's something that people see, okay, that's page from Nikki, that's typical Nikki. Like with me, it's a Reflection Sunday, for example. That was like an idea, so people, when they hear Reflection Sunday, they maybe think of my name, you know. And it's important maybe to create something that's known for you. And that's why I thought about something like that. It just came to my mind, and I just thought to myself, okay, I'll just do it. Because that's important as well. Don't overthink stuff. It's the same with the business and everything. Just really try to be creative, put all your ideas into action, and then just see how it goes. You have to feel comfortable with it. That's important as well. In the beginning, with doing stories, talking to the camera, it's not easy at the beginning. I think you, Max, you're doing it pretty good already, and you don't have like fear, but that's something you just have to go dive into, and then you will get better at it over time, and that's really important, in my opinion, to just keep on doing it. And I will just share my screen so we can dive directly into how I set up my Instagram account, so you can see what works for you. Just a moment. All right, can you see my page?
Sure.
Yes, okay. So as you see, I got like my nickname. Okay, my normal name is Niklas Fischer, but everybody knows me as Nikki, so I just put that up as well. I think it's important to have a name without any dots and stuff like that. Really try to have like a fluent name, Nikki Fischer, in one word together. And then I got here Nikki Fischer online business. So that's important as well, in my opinion, because if people search for like online business, it's a higher probability that people will find your account if they're searching for online business. And then it's important to think about, okay, what are you standing for? I'm a leader of Team 100. I've got a big vision. I'm into mindset. I do financial education with I Am Mastery Academy. I'm a game changer, and it says business information. So I will get into the different topics. So leader of Team 100, you have to think about what people think if they come on your page. Okay, leader of Team 100, what's that? Vision mindset, okay, cool. He's into maybe personal development, financial education, okay. He knows maybe how money works. Game changer, it's because of the, I don't know if you know the film Game Changers. That's because I'm vegan, and that's why I said it. That's a cool thing. I'm part of the Game Changer movement, and so people get curious about what I'm doing, and that's the main focus, in my opinion. We should focus on creating curiosity with the people. Don't give too much information, but give enough information so people get value from your page, but also stay curious. And that's, I think, is something you really should focus on, not to giving too much information. I got like a link tree here. You can search link tree, and you can create your own link tree. And if you click on that, it will get you to a website where I got like online business information. So if people click on that, they will get directly to my WhatsApp, so they can write to me. And I got a YouTube channel. So if you have a YouTube channel or something like that, you can also connect people to there, so they can get more content of you. And the more content you have, that builds trust. Because what we want to do, we want to build trust with people who follow our accounts. Like that's really important, because we don't want to be on Instagram the whole day prospecting. That's part and parcel. You can do that, and I will show you something about that later on. But it's really important to focus on just generating content, so people keep on coming to your page. Stay curious, and if the time comes, people will take notice and they will take action. I, for example, did a story today where I was just sharing again my thoughts about the situation, people losing their jobs and so forth. And I'm so happy and grateful that I have an opportunity to help people with that. And then somebody wrote to me, okay, Nikki, I just took the decision. I'm going to write to you now. What exactly are you doing? And that's exactly where we want to go with our page. That people write because of curiosity, because they want to know what you're doing. And it's always important, stay real. Don't fake anything. Especially don't name any company names. That's really important because, as I said in the online summit, people will start searching for company names and stuff like that. And they will maybe find something negative or something, and then they maybe don't get in contact with you because there's one negative thing, and people, you know how people are. They are more attracted to negative news than to positive ones. So it's always good to really focus on positive content. And that's about the bio. There's one hack, you can write that down as well, because you see I got like a the way of my content
different
is like
font.
it's a different font. You got here a page that is called Lingo Jam. You can write that down. And if you type something here, for example, Team 100, you see here on the side, you got many different ways that you can just copy from here and put into your bio, something that looks good for you. And I think that's always cool. That makes a difference. It's just a little difference, but people take notice of that because they see, okay, he's really thinking about what he's creating. He's really putting an effort into it. And as I said, people will take notice about that. And that's about the bio. Do you have any more questions regarding the bio?
What's too much emojis and what's too little? Like, what's the sweet spot for emojis, do you say?
As you see with my my account, I got an emoji like in front of the text and behind. I think it just looks good. I just that's like a thing everybody has to decide for themselves. It's no blueprint as such. It's just something you have to feel comfy about. And you can use one emoji. I would at least say use one emoji, because that's always like good for vision. If people see it, that's just looks better in my opinion. But that's something you can totally choose for yourself. That's no blueprint, as I said. It's just something I like, and that's why I did it that way. And so any more questions regarding this?
I think I got it.
Okay, great. So we'll just move into my posts. I'll just go to the last one just to show you guys. You always see like a text that I have. Like I just use different quotes as inspiration. And then I really try to think about something I can write by myself, like my thoughts on this quote. I get inspiration by a quote, and then I just write something about it. And I take like 2 hours a week. I do it every Saturday, mostly in the morning, where I just take time for my social media posts to think about what I can share, what I can write. I also take time to film my Reflection Sunday, so I got that in place and all set up within 2 hours. That's the time invest I have per week in my posts. I think that's okay. That's not too much, because we still want to focus on our main thing is building the business, learning trading and stuff like that. So we really want to don't want to spend too much time on planning. And yeah, I had this quote: don't let mental blocks control you, set yourself free, confront your fear and turn your mental blocks into building blocks. And then I thought about this by myself, and then I always do, and that's important, I think, with every post, with not every story, but with your stories as well, do a call to action. Like, involve the people in your posts. So in this case, I asked, have you experienced this in your life? And people can just interact with you, so you can just get to know more about the people that are following your content. And if you took photos with somebody or something like that, always give credits to them. That's just fair enough to share their Instagram pages. And yeah, with the hashtags, I have to say, I always just use hashtags that I use in my texts. So I got switch at the top, and then I just put in a few hashtags, like 5 to 10 hashtags maximum. And I would just always use hashtags that have to do with your with the text you use or the picture you post. So yeah, that's really important, and don't always use the same hashtags. I think that's really important as well. So really focus on doing that. And as I said, I'm planning my posts with an app called Later. I will just show it to you over here. That's the app, so you can see exactly my posts for this week. So this was already posted, and tomorrow is the next post. You can show you here, so you can really just write into here. And I got this post all set up, and I can just go into my mobile version of Later and just manually post or publish the post. I think there are opportunities to even do it automatically, but I think you would have to upgrade the plan, so it doesn't, you would have to pay for it, but that's free. So you get a reminder anyway, you get a notification on your smartphone, and it will tell you if your post is ready. I always post like 6-7 p.m. because that's the time when people get home from work and stuff like that, and then they onto the social pages. So I found that the best time, but you can also look that up. Yes, of course, you can invite everybody you want. That's no problem at all. Yeah, and that's what I do with my posts. I plan them here. You can use it for the computer. I just like it on the computer. I use Lightroom to edit my pictures, and then I just pull them. You can drag and drop them into here in your library, and then from that you can go into calendar and just drag and drop a picture from here into your calendar where you want to post it. And then you can click on the picture and just edit text. And then I do it with these placeholders, so it looks nice. And yeah, that's about it. Like that's what I do once a week. I create these posts, and then then you can even post it in advance, or plan it in advance. You see, for the next week I haven't done anything because I will do that on Saturday. so it's still empty, but you can see the previous weeks. That were my previous posts. I can see here as well. So yeah, that's about later, the planning. As I said, you can also get the app for your smartphone, so you can really control it from both computer and smartphone. Okay, do you have any questions?
The only question that popped into my head was, how do you edit your photos? Or is that...
I can show you that as well. That's no problem. I got like a Photoshop package. I pay like €10 per month, where I got Lightroom and stuff like that, or Photoshop, everything included. So I go into Lightroom. Just have to wait, okay. And that's how I edit my pictures. Let's see. So you can do like folders here. So I put like raw pictures into here.
We can't see the share screen.
Can't you see it?
No, we're locked to the Chrome.
Ah, wait. I'll just have to do it again. Thanks. Can you see it now?
Yep.
All right. So these are my edited pictures. You can see here, and I got like raw material as well. So let's take just one picture. I don't know. Okay, I think I already edited that, but I can just show you what I do here. Okay, that's not a good quality picture. I just tried to find something more big quality. Okay, I already edited that actually. I didn't move it into the folder, but that's a good example. For example, with Lightroom, it's really cool because you can get so much out of the picture. And I downloaded some presets. I can send them to you as well. That's no problem. And you can use them here. So you can use different, those are like effects from Lightroom itself, but you will notice it now. I got like here, I got presets. And if I go through these presets, just look how the picture looked like before and with the preset. Like you can really get more structure into it. Like it just looks brighter, it looks more like that's normal picture, and that would be like a picture with Lightroom. I will just pick something that is good for me. I like that, and then you can just change it here, like temperature, stuff like that. Just you have to find a style that works best for you, or you like the most. You can edit it as you want to. I think it's always it's best to use like presets, because all your pictures get like a similar tone to it. So your Instagram feeds just looks better, in my opinion. If you always use different filters, you can use different filters from here, but always try to just use one preset package, so you have like similar pictures all over your feed, and that just looks better, in my opinion. And yeah, then you can just save the picture, put it into a folder, and then you can choose for yourself how you want to structure it. But that's the way I do it. I put it into a folder. For example, I put up a folder where I say like I put it into different months. Like for April, May this year, I got these pictures in week 1, these pictures in week 2, these pictures in week 3, and then I get everything set up, and I can just move it into later, as I showed you before, the app, and I got everything in place. And that's the way I go by with pictures, and If you don't have any pictures, just okay, at the moment it's always a bit difficult with the situation as it is, but I think the most of you will have pictures. Just go through them, pick a few that really show you maybe when you're traveling and stuff like that, different areas of life. And yeah, just be real. Don't go over the top with editing them, because some people just over edit the pictures and that doesn't look good in my opinion anymore. So really try to just find your own style that you are comfortable with, and then you will get the hang of it over time and time. It's the same with everything. You just have to start and then just keep going. Set yourself a time once per week, as I do maybe, and then just do it in one day, like if in a couple of hours, and then you're done for the week. You could even do it like for the whole month. That's totally up to you. It depends on how much time you want to invest into that. Okay, I'll just look into the chat. I can show you Mojo as well. That's no problem. I will do that later. Then let's get into Instagram stories, so I can show you with Mojo. Let's see. So Mojo is an app that can download for your iPhone. The thing is, I would love to share my screen, but the last times I tried it, it didn't really work. I don't know why. I can try it again. Maybe it works now. So I can show you on my iPhone exactly what I'm doing. But first of all, what is really important with stories, to get into that subject a little bit, is to really try to show the people what you're doing on a daily basis. Because with the posts, you know how Instagram is, there's loads of fake or not, people just try to show the best sides of their life. And with stories, you can really build more trust, in my opinion, because people get onto your website, they just see the posts, but they don't see who is behind the camera. And that's why I think it's a really important step to really start speaking into the camera. I know it's something not everybody is comfortable with doing, and it's difficult at the beginning. It was difficult for me as well, but I think you have to get to a point where you really just don't care about what other people say. As Alex already wrote, get out of your comfort zone and you will see how it would work out for you. And after you did that story, you will feel good, because it's just something you're not used to, but you will get used to it over time and time. I already shared this story, but I will share it now again, because I got a bit more time. As we were in London at our convention, we had like a mastermind session and stuff like that, and we were just talking, or we just said that after this session, everybody has to share their experience, what they liked about London and stuff like that, what they what they experienced. And we just had to do like a quick story, just to talk about our experience. And I did it in like, I think 2 minutes, it was done. And then I looked to other people, and they were just trying so hard, and it was really hard for them at the beginning. And they were like investing like 30 minutes, an hour, I don't know, to really get one story straight. And that's normal at the beginning. I think I started with like, I did like 10 stories until I chose the right one. But don't think about it too much, don't overthink it, because it's important to really stay real with the people. And the thing is, with stories, they're gone after 24 hours. And don't think about like that people will look at it and will think about it the whole day. They will scroll through the stories and they will see it, take notice, but then after a couple of minutes, they will go on and won't think about it anymore. So it's important to share value, but don't overthink about what you're saying, or that you could say something wrong. I just do stories when something comes to my head. and I just talk about different topics. Like if I just experience something funny, or if something funny happens, share it in your story. If you just had like a great call, this social media call, maybe for example, just really talk about it. I just had a social media call and it was absolutely great. I love it how we work together in our community and stuff like that. And if you always wanted to be maybe a part of a great community, this is the right place. Stuff like that. And really try to get into that. Share your experiences every day, and people will take notice. They will build trust, and do that over time and time. We can just go through my stories. Okay, most of them are in German, but that was like today. Just so you can see, that was like last night. That's creating curiosity. Just doing like a boomerang of a call late night. Okay, what is he doing up so late? We worked on Max's rank up. Everybody knows Max is P5K now, and we worked on that last night. There I just shared a story, I think, about that I didn't post anything yesterday because I had so much to do with working and had calls and stuff like that. And now I'm back into it, and I was talking about that. And then I went for a quick walk after I had a few calls. Then I just filmed it. I put like music in the background. And then I asked the people, what are you up to today? Like, just to try to get the community involved into the stories. And then I just talked about the calls I had, how thankful I am for this opportunity, and that we're really going through hard times right now, but I'm so grateful that I can really give people the opportunity to decide for themselves what they can do with their lives. And I just shared that, and then I write something, be a part of a great community. And then I say, let's connect. And then after that story, actually my neighbor, I haven't talked to in years, I think he's not living there anymore, but he wrote to me, Nikki, I just wanted to write to you, what are you exactly doing? You have to tell me. And that's something, it just happens if you just do it over and over. Maybe he has seen my stories for a couple of months, but now he took the decision because now maybe he has lost his job. I don't know. I will talk to him soon. But you don't know what happens in people's life. And that's why it's important to always share the same content over and over again. Like, share the opportunity over and over again, because you don't know in which situation the people are right now. And that's why I did that. Then I shared like a story from many sessions, like people see, okay, I'm into trading, and now I shared Max is rank up. That's always important. You guys do that anyway. The most of you like share rank ups, stuff like that, like really get involved into that, because the Instagram algorithm works like that. If you like really share posts from other people, they know, okay, you're watching other people's content, you share their content, the Instagram algorithm will make you more visible to other people as well. So that's always important. Really get into other people's posts. Don't try to get into the social media hole and just scroll mindless through social media, because that's not what we're onto. Really try to follow people that you really like to follow, who give value. And in return, you should give value too. One more thing about stories, you can see here, I would just dive into that because I got, you can do like highlights. That's also cool in my opinion, because people can see what you've done in the past. Like I share like trading calls, stuff like that. Okay, loads of trading. Okay, what is he doing? All this trading. And it just creates curiosity. Okay, he has been around. Okay, he has been in Dallas. What has he done in Dallas? And then people can just have a look and see, okay, he flew to Dallas and stuff like that. And it just creates curiosity, because the people take notice. Okay, he's a leader of Team 100. He's got to do with vision mindset, financial education, stuff like that, some kind of business. Okay, he always travels. What is he doing? And that's where we want people to go, to get into that mindset. And then sooner or later, they will get in contact with you, as I already said. But the important thing is really to focus on creating content week by week. I do like 3 normal posts, like 3 pictures a week, and every Sunday I got my reflection Sunday. You don't have to do like an IGTV, that's like the next level, but you can do it if you feel comfortable with it. Why not? Because that creates even more trust, because people see you in a video, you talk about things, and you get out of your comfort zone in a whole nother level. I think as I started my IGTV videos, that was like a big turning point in my life, because I really started to give give an F about what people were thinking of me. I can really go back to my first IGTV, just to let you know how it went. You can see my style changed. I will change that over time and time. I still have to get into that, but I started here. That was my first, like, with nothing on, just after a run. It was like a spontaneous decision I just took, and I said, I will just do that now, because I had a thought in my head. I just really wanted to share that, and I just didn't want to do it in a quick story. And I just made a video. I uploaded it, and that was the beginning of Reflection Sunday. That was just a quick idea in my head. I set to action, and now I'm doing it every Sunday. And that's really important. Your thoughts are so powerful if you use them in the right way. You can do so much. We have the honor to have like an intellect, as Bob Proctor says as well. We really should be so grateful for that. We can think about things, that we can make our minds up. And then it's really important to share your thoughts, your values, share it on your Instagram, and don't expect anything from it. Just give value, just be real, and people will take notice, and then they will contact you. Because the main goal should be not to always be prospecting over Instagram, but I will get into that later as well, into how to prospect. But we should focus on really creating content, so people will ask you what you're doing. We want to get there. That's the main goal. Like, people should really follow you and be curious about what you're doing. And then that's like an automatic process. Then you don't have to go out on Instagram and search for people. People will search for you. And that's where we want to go. That should be the goal. And we can only achieve that by really creating content on a continuous basis. Okay. So, got some notes here. Just want to make sure I didn't forget anything. So yeah, what you can also do is like Instagram lives. That's something I started now. I actually forgot yesterday because I was so into hustling mode. I didn't think about my IG live, but I just started it. I do like a motivation Monday now, every Monday, like an IG live. I will always have different guests on it. I would love to have somebody from you guys that we just do an IG live for like 15-20 minutes, half an hour, just talk about different things, because that's something not everybody does on Instagram, but it also creates curiosity. If they see, hey, he's doing a live every Monday, why is he doing that? And that's all just part and parcel. Instagram We should use as much tools in Instagram as possible. Everything they offer, just try to use as much as possible. And that's really, really important in my opinion. So I talked for a while. Do you have any questions up until now? You can unmute yourself. You can just talk. If you don't have any questions, just type a 1 in the chat so I know you're all good. Okay, great. Good. Then I would just dive into Mojo so we can wrap up the Instagram stories. It's pretty easy actually with Mojo. It's just an app. I will just show it to you on my screen because unfortunately I can't share it, but I will show it to you here. It's like an app where you have different templates that you can use, where you can put photographs in. I use it if I have a new post. I just go into here, and I can just put a picture into it, for example. Like you have a text, and then you can put a picture in here, for example, and then you got a text where you can edit, and it's like a cool effect to it. So you can write anything you want on it, then you can just save it, and then you can see in the middle down here, you can directly post it into your story. Click here, and you're in Instagram, and you can re-edit it, like over-edit it, and then you can post it into your story. That's it basically. So that's pretty easy, and you can always hit me up if you have any questions in between, or if I should take a look at a post you want to do or a video you want to do. Just let me know and I can just give you my insights on that. But that should be it for Instagram stories. Yeah, then I would say let's go into the subject of prospecting on Instagram. I will just share my screen so you can see that. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, great. So how to prospect on Instagram. So as I wrote here, most of you right now have cold leads on your social media that you can turn from cold to lukewarm, from lukewarm to warm, and from warm to hot. Get creative. There are like different steps. I already shared that in the last call we had in the summit. You can screenshot that if you want to. That's no problem at all. Yeah, just first step, find prospects. I always start with my followers. Who's following me? Then I just go onto some pages. I just really follow my intuition. Like if some profile looks good to me, then I just go into it. And yeah, but I will get into that in the first contact. Then who likes your pictures? That's also a great way, because people are following you, they like your pictures, and just see who's there, because that's always a quite amount of people and we don't think of that. It's so simple, but sometimes we just don't think about it. Who watches your stories? And then you can also go on the explore page, just type in your city, your region, or stuff like that, and then you can see the recent posts, the top posts, and just try to find people, not like huge influencers who have like million followers, like thousands of comments and likes. They won't take notice of that if you write to them or maybe do a comment or stuff like that. That's just the way it is. We just want to find, like, I just would call it quote unquote normal people like you and me, and they just look interesting to you. You can also search after hashtags, like anything you want really, business, trading, stuff like that. But as I wrote here, just get creative. There's no blueprint as such, just like a help for you guys. You can use to just go through a in this case 5-step formula and just get moving. Okay, then you can also go on to the followers of influencers and coaches. Like, for example, who follows Bob Proctor? That's like a really great thing you could do, because if somebody follows Bob Proctor and you write to him, I've seen you following Bob Proctor. Are you into personal development? And then you get to know him, and then you can also say, actually, I'm working together with Bob Proctor. And people will be like, what? And yeah, that's a really good thing, that people will get interested into you because you share the same interests with, in this case, this example with Bob Proctor. But you can use any influencers you want. Just pick something you feel comfortable with. Then the first contact, as I already said, find something in common or you like about that person. Just look at the page. Don't think too much. Try to find something that maybe the person does what you do as well, or just something that that's positive about the person or you like about the person. Maybe they got like a bright feed and they're always smiling on the pictures, and you can just drop a comment like, really like your feed, you got positive vibes, stuff like that, and people take notice. As I already said, if you go to pages who have like a couple of hundred followers, maybe like 5 to 10 comments per picture, then people will take notice of the comments. So you can either drop a comment, people will take notice, okay, he's commenting my pictures, he's liking my pictures. You can do it like over a certain period of time, or you can really go into direct messaging. So if you really have a good feeling about the person you're currently prospecting or just having a look at, just be honest. Like, I just had a feeling I had to write to you. Like, something like that. It doesn't have to be something weird. Oh, I've got an online business. Do you want to join? Stuff like that. Just be honest, and then just try to get in contact. Maybe make a compliment. That's always quite good. Really like your feed. What exactly are you doing to edit your pictures? Stuff like that. Oh, I'm doing that. And then you get into a conversation. I put the example here I used before. Hey, you can set the name. I saw you follow Bob Proctor, so I guess you're into personal development too. So you got like a connection to the person, and that's like a good conversation starter. Then step 3, get to know the prospect. You just want to figure out in which current situation the prospect is. Just ask them. You always do that. That's like a normal way. What are you up to? Are you studying? Are you working? Stuff like that. And they will just tell you. And then just ask them, where do you wanna go in life? Like, what's your goal in life? And then you will see if people are open to that question. If they're open to that question, then you can really go on and just ask what are they currently doing to reach that goal. And people will tell you, like, I'm either doing nothing right now to get that goal, and that's like a realization for the people. Okay, I haven't thought about that, because I got many situations where people didn't really think about it. They just worked or studied, but they didn't really know where they want to go in life. And that's something you can really hook them up on, and you can tell them. They will ask you about your goals, and then you can tell them about your dreams. What are you doing right now? And then you can get them interested. So if you're in that stage of the conversation, step 3, you can directly go to step 4. It's the pitch. You can do like different approaches. Just use the one that works best for you. For example, what if there was a way, or if there was a skill that could teach you how to multiply your money? Would you want to know about it? That would be like a direct pitch about our opportunity. You could really see, okay, is the person really into knowing more about that? You can use several different other pitches, like I've seen in your interpersonal development. I'm currently working together with the biggest online education platform worldwide. I thought maybe you want to know more about it. Stuff like that. Just get creative. I just made that up in my mind. It's just something that comes naturally to you if you just start talking about that stuff as well. That's really important as well. Really try to, if you learn something, don't keep it to yourself. Talk about it with your people. Pass it on to your team, to your people. Share the knowledge. Then it will get deepened, and you will just find this. You will see the situations, and you don't have to think about it. You will just do it. That's really important. I had like a step 5, but somehow it's gone. Yeah, I think step 5 was set up a meeting, but that's not here right now. Just 1 second. So I will just show it to you here. So here you can see step 5, set up a meeting. When they say yes, you can pass them over a presentation, arrange a one-on-one, like a, now it would be like a one-on-one Zoom call. Best in my opinion is always do a 3-way call with a person you can really like edify, like Kimmy, for example, or any other person. It doesn't have to be Kimmy. If you master the skill of edifying, you can edify anyone, even if you just started. If you have the feeling that that would be the right person to connect to, then just edify this person. And the person you edify will get like really self-confidence because you edified them in a way, and they can really get better and better and better at that. And that's just something I think some people misunderstand with edifying. It's not about always edifying your upline. You can edify your downline as well. And that's really important. You can do that. That I think is the most powerful way. So you can tell the people, I would love to introduce you to my mentor, for example. He's been into that business for a longer time than me, and he's able to explain you everything in detail you need to know. Or you can also say, I would love to introduce you to a business partner because he went through similar experiences as you told me, and he can tell you from that perspective why he started the business. So you got a relation to that person, and if the people can relate to one another, I think it's always better to get people on the call who can relate to your prospect. Because I always select, like, if I got like a business contact, I always put Max on the call because he's been into business for 10 years. But if I got somebody who's maybe into spirituality, then I connect Fabi because he's been doing that for a certain length of time. You can talk about that as well. And that's really, really important. And then always do like a follow-up. If you send them a presentation, just don't send them a presentation. Book a follow-up. Like, I would just stop my screen sharing. Did you take like screenshots or notes? Is that good? Okay, great. So if you send a presentation, like a video which explains what we're doing, before you send that video, always ask, if I would send you that video, until when could you have watched it? And then the people, say by tomorrow. Tomorrow 6 o'clock. Okay, so if I ring you tomorrow 7, you have watched it? Yeah, okay, fine. Then we can always tell the people, watch the video, write down all your questions, do like a pro and cons list, like was it for the business, what maybe makes you think about it, why you shouldn't do it. And then we can answer all your questions and decide together if that would be something for you or not. And that's always, I give the people like a comfortable feeling so they are in control, because it's always important, in my opinion, to give people the control so they don't have like the feeling they get pushed into something, so they decide for themselves. sometimes it's like that people can't make a decision by themselves. Then it's important to help the people to make a decision, to really let them know that you understand how they feel. You say you felt the same way, but I always say it's always important in life, if you get an opportunity, it's always better to try it out and figure out later if it's something for you or not, instead of not trying it at all and regret it at the end of your life, you know? And that's always a really powerful phrase. If I use that, and the people are, okay, yeah, you're right. And then you can help them really make the decision. That's something I experienced, what really worked well. Like an add-on tip, what I sometimes do before I go through all these steps, sometimes I don't write too much. If I really have a good feeling, I just say to the people, I write to the people, you seem like a really cool guy. I would love to hear your story. Are you up for a call tomorrow, today or tomorrow? That's like a super direct approach, but you can get the people on the phone and do like a 10-minute call to figure out what their interests are. And it's, in my opinion, it's easier to write as much over Instagram. And you also got their contact details. That's also a benefit from that. I do that as well. So that's like an add-on. You can also do either go through the steps or just just try to really set up a phone call. I call it like a how you call it, like a gathering phone call, that you can just get to know more about the people. And important in the first call, try to say as less as possible. Really try to really let the people talk, because people are not used to be listened. Try to focus on not being interesting but interested. That's so powerful. If you learn to really master that skill, instead of being always try to make people interested, instead of being like be interesting. Try to really show interest to the people, and people will take notice. And even if the first call goes like this, okay, I don't really have time right now, I have so much going on in my life, and I say, no problem at all. I just wanted to let you know, you're a great guy, and I'm doing this business, and I thought to myself, you would have been a great fit. But if the time is right, just you can contact me always. If you have any questions, just let me know, and we can set everything up if you feel up to it. And that's the point. Always really try to leave the conversation in a positive way. If people say, I don't want to do it, don't just be like, oh, come on, it's such a great opportunity or stuff like that. Say, okay, it's no problem at all. Show understanding. People will take notice of that. And if times like these comes, because I had that experience right now, I had like calls a couple of months ago. I always left these calls like in a positive way. Now people came to me, Nikki, you showed it to me that time. I wasn't into it, but you showed it me in like such a great way, and I just wanted to ask, can you show it to me again? Like, because right now I'm not sure about my job, if I can keep it, stuff like that. And it can really be opportunity for people. So really think long term, not think short term about closing the people. We're not about closing people, we're about educating people. And that's a really important point. Try to really focus on education and understanding. And if you do that, people will they will decide by themselves, and you don't take the decision for them. And if people do that, then the probability of them staying in the business, not just starting and stopping, of them staying in the business is much, much higher, because they got the loyalty of you, and they know you care for them. And that's really important. Really try to focus on that, and then you will see the results in your business. I'm sure about that. And don't, as I said, don't be pushy or anything. Just show understanding, just try to educate the people, and yeah, that's about it. I think we got 1 hour now, so we can go through a quick Q&A if you want to. If you have any questions, if you want to know more, just let me know.
Basically all my answers, my questions got answered. So that was like, so the whole way through, everything got answered. Sheesh, we even got a lot on closing, damn. That's awesome. Let's see, I don't have questions. I don't know, it was great, sheesh.
Yeah, really great, right?
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad I recorded it. So yeah, I will do like a YouTube video out of it, and I will share it with you guys, so you can send it to all your team partners and stuff like that, so they can rewatch it.
Wonderful.
And yeah, so we can take our social media to the next level.
Totally. Holy shit. This is a game changer, if you know what I mean. We have a game changer right here. Niklas Fischer, eh?